Greetings all, Fanny here for Scorpio's Daily Oracle Message. Scorpio, I hope you're doing good today. The first card that came out for you is grounding. This is such an important thing to do that people need to do more often because it not only is very meditative and relaxing, it also helps you have the mutual exchange with the earth of the energy that needs to be expelled from your vessel and given back to her so that it can be recycled. And in reciprocation, the energy that wants to be poured into you. Similar to how she is kneeling and praying and pouring her energy into the flower, it is creating such a strong root system that will then give back to her more than what she put in because of the dedication, because of the strength and the mutual exchange of energy. Remember, energy is like any other form of matter. It can neither be created nor destroyed. It simply changes form. And when you are so full of negative energy that it's weighing you down, causing physical ailments, sicknesses, mental instability, and emotional sensitivity, this is when you need to ground. When you feel that tightness in your chest, heaviness in your shoulders, you can't sleep at night, you're just angry for no reason and reactive to absolutely everything. This is when you need to ground. Plant your feet in the earth. Get quiet and just breathe through it. If it's too cold for you to do that, hug a tree. Literally. I'm dead ass serious. Hug a tree, because when you do that, you're pressing your chakra points to this channel, this connecting rod to the earth. And hugging that tree and connecting with that energy that is alive. That tree is as alive as you and I. And having that mutual exchange with that entity will help heal all the risks and damages in your aura field, in your chakras, and have that exchange of what needs to be removed and what will be replaced inside of it. You have past life regression. Now, this is something that I don't have a lot of personal experience with, but I have seen my mother go through quite a bit in remembering what her past lives went through, who she used to be in different lifetimes. And that can be a very upsetting experience, because not only do you see who you were, you see how you died. And oftentimes you feel everything. And that is not an easy thing to experience. So that is another time when you would need to ground so that you could restabilize yourself. But there is something that you need to learn from your past life. Maybe you're carrying a karmic contract or karmic relationship into this life from something that you did in a past life. And so what you need to do now is heal that generational curse, heal that blockage, heal that connection, so that you can move on from it and become the next phase and the next evolution of your soul. And you have the keys to do so with the keys of light here. The keys of light is what I reference, is in reference to what I have taken to call the spiritual Wi-Fi. Like the Wi-Fi in your home or out and about, it is the internet connection that branches your device to the world around you. In this instance, you are the device, and the internet is the universal energy connecting you to the source consciousness. Once you know the password, once you have the key, you can always connect to it. And it's not something that can be given to you. It's not something that I can give to you. It's not something that a pastor or priest, minister can give to you. You have that key inside of you. You have that password. You just have to find it. And I know that might sound crazy. That might sound completely asinine. But I promise you, my love, it is true. Yep, soul child. You are a divine entity of the universe. So with the soul child and past life regression cards, there is so much that you need to do, so much that you need to learn, because you have a great mission. And it might have something to do with your inner child. Now, your inner child, the best way that I can explain it to you is literally your child self, who you were growing up. And anything negative that you've experienced, trauma, neglect, abuse, they're still holding on to that. And it is creating a shadow in yourself and making you reactionary and upset in your everyday life because you have not healed from that. You've not allowed yourself to move on from that. You're still hanging on to all of that, dancing with the devil that you know. But my love, it's still a devil. And you don't need to hang on to that. You don't need to cling to that energy anymore. Forgiveness is needed right now. Forgiveness of the other party, forgiveness of the energy, forgiveness of yourself. And somebody would be like, how can I forgive my abuser? It's not something that you do for them. They don't even have to acknowledge it. You don't even have to tell them. But forgiveness in that situation is what you need to do for you, so that you can move on, so that you can be whole again, so that you can move forward in your life and not carry that seed of resentment and negativity choking you out like a weed. That would prevent everything that you're working on from growing. If this plant had hung on to all of that, its roots would not go as deep, it would not glow as bright, and it would not be as powerful, because it would be confined. Something would be sapping from it its nutrients and its power. And that is what your trauma is doing. That is what your history of abuse is doing to you. And so to heal yourself, to forgive the situation and forgive the past, is incredibly powerful, and at the same time incredibly difficult, because you have to go back to that situation. Maybe that's part of the past life regression. Going back to that situation, going back to that person that you were, feeling that entirely, and saying, I forgive you, and I love you. And say that to your inner child, because they need to hear that. Have a beautiful day, Scorpio.